Hello everybody and welcome back to Gaming on Caffey. My name is Isaac and we are back playing some FTB Infinity for episode 5. Now, last episode we set up this little contraption over here, our Steve's Cart's tree farm, which is producing oak wood, apples, and saplings, all of which are going into these barrels over here. And just a quick heads up about this little thing in the bottom right-hand corner here, the little lock on the oak wood barrel. This is something that people in the comment section did point out after the end of last episode that I completely forgot to mention. And this is basically locking the Java barrel to this type of item. So, right now, for instance, if I was to pull all of these oak saplings out of this barrel, by the way, that's left-clicking. Left-clicking pulls out a stack, and shift left-clicking pulls out one, for those who didn't know. Pulling out a stack, it disappears. The item on the front disappears, and now any item is free to enter this barrel, which is not what we want. We want to designate this barrel to always accepting saplings. Now, this isn't really too much of a problem when it comes to the saplings and the apples. However, it's a big problem when it comes to the oak wood, because if the oak wood runs out, which it has done a couple of times because the generator down there is just tearing through the amount of oak wood that we're producing. If that runs out, then it might start to fill up with, say, apples or saplings, at which point the system would get backed up and we'd stop getting wood, which is not something that we ever want to do. So, all you have to do to lock a barrel is shift right click, like so, and it's done, which is pretty nice. Now, since the end of last episode, I've gone ahead and done a little bit more mining, got a little bit more stuff, because we were kind of low on, like, redstone and iron, and I think, to be fair, after this episode, we might also be low on redstone and iron, but hopefully, the thing that we're going to make today will help with that, because today, we're going to start work on a new machine from IC2 that I haven't actually used before in a series, but that I'm really excited to use. But before that, there are one or two more things that I want to do. The first thing is to tell you about these ejector upgrades, because you'll notice we did have a problem last episode with the macerator here ejecting back up into the hopper, which was not what we wanted, and a bunch of people actually told me in episode 3 that the fix for this, but I made episode 4 before I read the comments of episode 3, so that's why I didn't fix it in episode 3. Sorry guys about that, but basically all you have to do is get yourself your ejector upgrade. I'll do it with the furnace here, because I haven't actually done this, and if we were to, say, break this chest here real quick, probably better off using my axe. There we go. And we were to shift right click with the ejector upgrade on the side that we want it to eject from, and then look at it. It says automatically output to the east side now, instead of saying automatically output to the first available inventory, which is actually what we want. So now this thing will only output to this side. This guy here will only output again to the east side, so this side. And basically what I've done is I moved the hopper just behind there, so the hopper is now putting into the back of the macerator, and that's just to stop this pipe here from putting the oak wood straight into the hopper, which is also not what we want. So I can go ahead and throw that back down, and go ahead and throw some of our ingots back into our ingot chest, like so. And I'm going to need those transfer pipes. And you'll notice I've made a bunch of other stuff for today's episode. Most of this stuff we made before. Gold item casing and bronze item placing. Item casing, geez. I don't think we've made before, but it's really simple stuff. It's just a golden plate with a hammer. Again, all of the ingots and all the plates and all the casings are all made the same, so I've just gone ahead and made some of those. You'll also notice that I've made 3 generators, and they will become, the reason why I made them will become more apparent later on in the episode. But to begin with, what I want to do is I want to fix this system over here, because right now, what happens is our wood comes down, ends up in this generator here, and this thing tears through the amount of wood. Like, it is insane how fast this thing goes through wood. If I had, say, if I had some ore here, which I don't think I do, you would see just how fast this thing goes through it. Like, if I go ahead and throw some stone in here, this thing, watch the wood, watch how fast this thing burns. That's 1 log. That's 2 log, and this is only running the electric furnace here. If I was running the macerator as well, it uses them up so much faster, it's insane. This is not very efficient whatsoever, and in order to fix this, what we're going to do is we're going to set up a little system that is going to automatically turn all of our wood into charcoal, and then send it down into the generator. Now, in order to do that, I'm going to grab some normal furnaces, like so, or just the one. I'm also going to grab these 2 transfer nodes that I've made in here, and we're going to go and sleep. And then we're going to go outside, and we're going to go into the little cave that's kind of built into the mountain, because I figured out that the pipe that we set up last episode to bring the wood down from the barrel actually runs through a cave, which actually makes things pretty easy in terms of setting this up. So, if we were to head on over into here, we would see this little pipe that's ours, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up, oh, there's a cat. Hello? Hello? I can hear it, but I have no idea where that is. I'm just going to ignore it. Anyway, what we can do is I'm going to set up something that looks a little bit like this. And what we're going to do is we're going to break these pipes. And we're going to have all of the wood go into the top of this furnace. Now, I had to do a little bit of testing. My God, where is that? I'm going to turn sound off for a second, guys, until we've got rid of the cat, because those cat sounds can get real annoying real fast. But basically, I did a little bit of testing on this because I assumed by default that the top here would be the input for the top, which it is. I assumed that the left, this side here, and the right, actually, both sides here, would be like the way you would pull out for the side, the product, I guess. And then I assumed the bottom would be where you inputted inserted, I guess, maybe, the fuel. As it turns out, that's not the case at all. I have no idea who at Mojang decided to set up furnaces this way, but basically, you've got to input fuel into the sides and then pull out the product at the bottom, which is a bit odd, to say the least, but that's how it works, so that's how we're going to have to deal with it. And what we're going to do is we're going to stick a transfer node on the bottom here. You'll see all the oak wood is now going into this furnace. We want to cook it into charcoal. So we're going to pull out the charcoal from the bottom. We're then going to have it do something like this. I think we have to move that pipe as well. We're then going to go ahead and have it go around back into the furnace. Now, we don't want that to connect up, so I think instead what we'll do is use the other side. We'll have it go around back into the furnace, and then we're kind of going to loop it around like this, and I'm hoping we have enough pipes, but I have a feeling that we're not going to have enough. And let's see if I go there. Yeah, we're not going to have enough. We need 2 more. And basically how this is going to work is all of the oak wood is going to come down into the furnace. It's then going to get pulled out the bottom. The charcoal that's produced is pulled out the bottom. And the way that these pipes work is they look for the nearest inventory to put stuff in. So the first thing it's going to do is try and put that charcoal back into the furnace. As you can see here, it's going to come out and try and put it back into the furnace. It's going to try and put it there. And that's going to do that until that fills up with charcoal. And once there is 64 charcoal in the bottom there, it's then going to try and find the next inventory, which means it's going to send it round, down, and into our generator, which is exactly what we want it to do. That means there's always going to be charcoal in the furnace ready to turn more wood into charcoal, and there is always going to be excess charcoal that can then go down into our generator. And don't worry, I'm going to turn my sound back on now. I have tested it. You do get more charcoal than it takes to turn the wood into charcoal, if you're wondering. We should probably go ahead and eat some steaks. I did go ahead and cook up some more bronze, because we are going to need that in just a second, as well as some more stone, which we're going to need as well. And there's always more stone over here, because I just threw that stack in as well. And then if we combine that with some glass, we should be good to make some more pipes, kind of like this. Boom, 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 and boom. Nice. And we are going to need some more of those later on in the episode, but for now, we'll just take those 8, and we'll see if our little system here works. We'll also pick that one up a little bit later as well. I kind of put some pipe down over there. Also, I did update to the newest version of the pack. This is version 1.0.1, which is why I don't have Optifine installed, which is why my glass is no longer nice and connected. I might reinstall that at some point. But if we go ahead and do something like this, we are going to have to kick this off with a little bit of, give it kind of a little bit of a kickstart here. But that's going to go ahead and make charcoal, and we should see it go straight back into the bottom of the furnace. That's how it should work. Pulled out, and straight back in. Nice. And if we were to go ahead and say replace that with something like this, so just to like signify this being full, because obviously you can't put charcoal there anymore, it's going to set it down, and it's either going to wait in this transfer node, which it's doing right now, because there is already stuff in the generator, there's already wood in there, and we can't quite reach it, so I can't show you this, but as soon as there is a space in the generator for the charcoal, it will set it around, and it will put it in there, which is pretty nice. So this has slowed our system down just a little bit. It now has to wait for it to make charcoal, but on the bright side, charcoal does last, I think, like 8 times longer than oak wood does in general, so it's more than worth it for just the sake of A, we'll have more wood in that barrel up top, which means we'll have more wood, and we'd have to cut down as many trees ourselves, and also we kind of get more power out of it, which is a win-win situation. So, now that we've got that, that was kind of the little prep work from the end of last episode out of the way. What I want to do today is work on a miner from IndustrialCraft 2. Now, this is kind of like, for those who have played with other mod packs and other mods, it's kind of like the quarry, the ender quarry. It digs stuff up out of the earth and puts it in a chest using EU as a power source. So, it's this guy over here. Not all that hard to make, surprisingly. I've gone ahead and got most of this stuff over here, and we should be able, I think we need all of these to be cables, but I'm not going to quite do that just yet. I'm going to go ahead and make 12 copper cables, which should be, I believe, more than enough to go ahead and make myself 2 of these circuits. And what I would like to do, actually what I'm going to do, is I'm going to go ahead and move this crafting station And the reason for that is because for some reason, I'm not quite sure if it's a bug or if it's by design, if there is a chest attached to a crafting station, you can't do the little shift click, shortcut in the crafting station. So right now, if I shift left click, it'll automatically throw them all in there. If there's a chest connected, for some reason that doesn't work. I'm not quite sure why, but apparently that's the thing. Anyway, let's go ahead and grab you, do something like this, grab ourselves a chest, and then we should almost be good to go. The final thing we're going to need is some mining pipe, and you make mining pipe by getting yourself some iron plates, 6 to be precise, and a tree tap, and doing something like this. Thank you. Boom, boom. Mining pipe. Cool. And then we can go ahead and do something like that if we grab ourselves this basic machine casing, and boom, 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 we get ourselves a miner. Cool. So I'm going to go ahead and set this up kind of outside, again, up on that hill, but not quite too close. I'm not quite sure how it works, 100% the miner, like the way it digs down, and I have no idea if it's going to like destroy my base if I put it above my base. So just to be on the safe side, I'm going to kind of put it just over here, like so. And you'll see it's got a nice little interface, and this kind of gives you an idea of what you're going to need to put into the miner to make it work. So first of all, we obviously need power. It's got this little lightning bolt. We also need a drill, and then a card of some sort. So if we head back inside, I'll show you which drill we can get. Actually, you can use 2 drills, and there are actually 2 cards as well. There's like a first tier and a second tier, and we're kind of going to mix and match it a little bit, because we're going to use a second tier drill, but the first tier card, because it does require quite a bit of power when you move from one tier to the next. So if we go ahead and look at the mining drills that are available in BiblioCraft 2, you'll notice this one here, the Advanced Diamond Drill, is from Gravitation Suit, not from BiblioCraft 2. This one doesn't work. Don't make it and try it. It doesn't work. I can tell you now. The ones that do work are the Diamond Drill and the Mining Drill. I'm fairly certain. I haven't tried the Iridium Drill, actually. That one might work. But I know for a fact the Mining Drill and the Diamond Drill do work. We're going to use the Diamond Drill. This thing is made using a Mining Drill, 3 diamonds, and an iron turning blank. Turning blank? Yep, iron turning blank is apparently the thing that's called. And this thing is actually really easy to get. It's just that, and then something like this, and done. Nice. And then the rest of it is also fairly easy as well. We just need a power unit, which is 3 RE batteries, another electronic circuit, which we can do if we get ourselves some more copper cable. Like that. And make one of you. We then also need just some blank cable, which is why I didn't make all of my stuff into cable earlier. Some more iron item casing. I kind of said iron there, which is not really a thing. As well as some of these. These are a bit of a pain in the backside, because they do require some tin item casing. That's silver, not tin. As well as some more of these coil things that are a bit of a pain to make. But we can go ahead and do something like this. And we're going to do hammer. Brilliant. Let's do this and this. I'm not sure if you can make hammers out of other materials. I know you can with Greg Tech, because we couldn't Feed the Beast Resurrection. I don't know if you can in this pack here. It doesn't look like you can. But let's go ahead and make one more just for safety here. And do something like this. And then the final thing we're going to need is 2 of these coils, which are iron surrounded by copper cable. Something like that. We'll take 2 of you. And then I think we are about good to go. So we can go and do that. Take you. And I think we need... Do we need another one? No, we just need the one. Thank goodness. And are we missing something? We are missing the RE batteries. Now we should be good to go. Nice. That gets us the power unit. We can then go ahead and get ourselves a bunch more iron plates. Like that. And get ourselves this guy. I think it was like that. Yep, that gets us the mining drill. And then in order to turn it to a diamond drill, we just need to throw this guy on there, as well as 3 diamonds, of which we have plenty. Like so. Boom, boom, boom. And that gets us a diamond drill. Nice. This thing can go directly into the generator, I believe, which will then start to charge it up. You'll see it does burn through the power insanely fast, but it does work. And just to kind of get this thing kick-started, I'm going to go ahead and throw some coal coke in there, because that does last quite a while. And we do want that thing to be fairly full on power when we start to use it, but it doesn't have to be all the way full. And the next thing we're going to need is the card. So we're going to need an OD scanner is the name of the card we're going to make. And basically, what this is going to do, so by default, the miner, the block we just put down, will, if we put a diamond drill in it and give it power, it will dig it directly down in like one straight line. It will just dig a 1x1 cube line all the way down to bedrock and spit out any items that it finds. If we put in the OD scanner, this guy here, which again we have all of the stuff for in this chest, it will dig a 5x5 area all around it. And then if we type in the OV scanner, which is the next tier up, This one here is a bit more expensive, but this one, you can see it requires that OD scanner. We'll dig in a 9x9 area. So if you want the largest area the miner can do, you want an OV scanner. But for today, we don't really have enough power for that, and we also don't have enough resources to make this thing, so we are going to go with the OD scanner. So, this thing, some gold item casing, you'll see we have it. Some bronze, you'll see we have it. So, I'm just going to take everything right now because I'm pretty sure we're going to need it all. We do need a couple more bronze plates like so. Take those. And then I think we should be able to make this thing. It does require 2 more of these as well as some sulfur and some lead dust. So sulfur I know for a fact we have in here. And then lead dust, I think what we're going to have to do is actually grab some lead and put it through the grindstone of all things. I know I said a few episodes back we would never have to use this thing again, but I lied. We need to use it to make bronze for now, and we need to use it apparently to make lead dust. There we go. But once we have it, we should be able to go ahead and do something like this. Nice, that gets us an advanced RE battery, and then I think we're pretty much good to go. We are going to need quite a few more copper cables, so let's just go ahead and grab all of that copper and do something like this. And make, oh, we need even more than that. We need so many copper cables. This thing is pretty expensive, actually. I didn't quite realize just how expensive it was. But if we do that, and then I'm just going to turn all of these, come on, give me back. Please, there we go. I'm just going to turn all of these into insulated copper cable, and we can go ahead and make some more of those if we have some more iron plates. And then, let's see, boom, 1, 2 of those. We'll throw the resin on the floor for now, and boom. We're just missing some glowstone, I think, which I'm fairly certain we have. Let's take you, let's get rid of that transfer node, and let's see if this works. What are we missing? We are missing, let's see, gold, glowstone, RE battery, cell, cable. We have everything. Not quite sure why that didn't work. And you'll notice that this thing also needs charging as well. This thing is full. We can go ahead and have that drain its power real quick. And again, we'll throw in a little bit more coal coke like so. And the final thing, I guess, that we're going to need is some more of this mining pipe. Because the way that the miner works is for every block that it goes down, it uses 1 mining pipe. So it'll still mine in a 5x5 area, and it only uses 1 per 5x5 area that it does. But it needs 1 mining pipe per level that it goes down. So we're going to need approximately, if we look underneath our minimap there, we're kind of at like level maybe 70 up there on the surface. So we're probably going to need about a stack of these in order for it to get down all the way to bedrock. So for that, we're going to need a few more tree taps and a little bit more iron plates. So let's go ahead and do that. Unfortunately, these tree taps don't stack, which is a bit of a pain. I'm not gonna lie. Let's go ahead and get rid of some junk that we're not quite gonna need just yet. And let's grab all of those, and then let's go ahead and do something like this. We'll make 3 more sets. There we go. You can go there, you can go at the bottom, and we'll take you, we'll take you, and we'll take you. That will do for now. It's not quite the stack that we need, but that is a lot of iron. You do get the pipes back, by the way, once you finish, so don't worry about that. It's not going to be super expensive. We will take you for now, and we will sleep, and then we will set this thing up just to kind of show you how it works, and then between episodes, we can leave it running, and I can do other stuff instead of having to go down and manually mine for a bunch of stuff between episodes, which is pretty nice. So what we'll do is we're going to go ahead and set this thing up, and what we're going to have to do is actually grab ourselves a chest as well, and oh, let's not get shot by you. Come on, we have it. No, oh, come on. What a guy. What a guy. I'm just going to let you burn in the sun. Come on. Yeah. Oh my goodness. No. Oh my gosh. You people are horrible. Absolutely horrible. Come on down here. I have some axes to grind. No! You ruined my beautiful landscape, you fiend. Anyway, now that we've got this thing here, we can go ahead and now there is a bit of a glitch with, I guess maybe a bug with the texture in this pack. You'll see that this thing looks a bit fishy. If you do use the vanilla texture pack, you will see that it works just fine. And I can tell you for a fact that the diamond drill goes here, the card goes there, and the pipe, I believe, actually goes there. So just bear that in mind. This is all sort of like internal storage for the mining that it's going to do. And what we're going to have from here is we're going to go ahead and throw down all 3 of those generators that we have inside our house. I'm going to reroute some of the... let's have a look actually how well this thing is doing. So my plan here is to reroute some of the charcoal being made by this thing and send it around into the 3 generators that we're about to make. Because this thing is going to take about 24-ish EU per tick to run at full speed. So we are going to need a couple of generators running it, like dedicated to that thing, if we want it to actually work. So that is why I went ahead and made 3 more. And we're also going to need, I think, a couple more pipes in order for this to work as well. So let's grab some more stone, and then let's do something like this. We'll make 2 more sets like that. Thank you. Boom, boom, with redstone and glass. 16 more. Nice. Now, like I said, might have to set up a couple more, and actually we do need a chest. Might have to set up a couple more furnaces to kind of burn through a little bit more wood and turn a little bit more wood into charcoal. But that's fine if we do. I'll take you. And I don't know if you need a furnace. I don't know if you need a chest, should I say. Particularly next to it. It does have a little bit of internal storage. But I like to have a chest anyway. It's just a nice way to have all of the stuff sort of collected into one little place. And let's see if we can get this thing to work, shall we? So we're going to go ahead and throw you guys down here, here, and here. We're then going to hook this thing up with some more pipes. Don't quite have enough, but we should actually be able to make some here in our inventory. Let's take you and you. And then let's do this. And then let's do this. And ta-da! Nice. Boom, boom. And then if we go ahead and find just whereabouts this pipe is, and kind of dig outwards, we should be able to hook this up. So kind of this way. We may need more pipe. Let's see, how close were we? We were actually pretty close. We were actually pretty close. Like I said, might need a little bit more pipe, but I guess we'll find out in a second. Actually, probably definitely gonna need a little bit more pipe. We'll bring that up, we'll bring it around, we'll bring it like so. There we go. And one of the things that I do like about, yeah, there we go. We definitely need more pipe. One of the things that I do like about the miner as opposed to something like the quarry, especially early on, and when we haven't been to like a Mistcraft age, is that it doesn't destroy the landscape. It doesn't sort of dig straight down. It does pull out all the ores and all the important stuff, but it doesn't delete like the top level of grass. So you don't have this massive gaping hole in the earth, which I think is kind of nice. Let's see. We need a little bit more. I think what we can actually do is press C, like while looking at the floor, and then actually do something like this. Look at that. And then shift right click or just right click or control right click. I have no idea how. Oh, no. I have no idea how that works. I know you can craft on the go doing this, but I have no idea how you do it. No. Okay. Well, if anyone knows how that works, by the way, please tell me in the comment section. For now, we'll just go ahead and do something like this. Actually, let's go ahead and make another set real quick. Like so. Boom, boom. Boom, boom, with boom, and boom. Last of our glass. That should be more than enough. Now, like I said, I don't think this one furnace that we have is going to be anywhere near enough to power all 3 of these generators. I think it is definitely going to require a couple more furnaces set up in a similar configuration, because I bet we do have a pretty nice backlog of wood right now. For now, I'm going to take that and kind of just kickstart this thing just to show you how it's going to work. But let's go ahead and pull this along. And this will actually take, like the one downstairs, the generator that's powering all of our other stuff, will take priority over those generators out there because they are closer. Which means that oh, come on, let me out, let me out. Which means if we have like enough charcoal for, if the generator downstairs isn't filled, then these ones over here won't get any anyway. So that is something we have to worry about. Yeah, look at this. We've got like we've got almost 4 stacks of wood up here now. So we do have a nice backlog, which means we need a couple more furnaces if we kind of want to keep up with our wood production. But for now, let's go ahead and do something like that. We'll go throw 21 in each of these. These produce 10 EU per tick each, as you can see at the top there. These can carry up to 128. This thing should be gaining power. And then actually should be digging down now. And you'll know if it's working, because if you break this, you'll see the block beneath it kind of turn into an actual block, into a pipe block. Now I might. Oh no, is that gaining power? Oh, it's powering the card. Oh. Okay, so it looks like it's powering the card before it's going to power the actual miner itself. Okay, well, I guess I'll wait here a second, guys. Wait till this thing's filled, and we'll be back in a second. Okay, so a little while later, I've set up another furnace down here. You'll see exactly the same setup. Some of the wood, if it can't go into here, will now go into this furnace. Again, it gets melted up. Try going to the bottom if it can. By the bottom, I mean this side here, because apparently that links to the bottom. And if it can't, it'll go around, link up with this one, and try and either go down to the generator down there, or across to the generators powering the miner. And if we head on over here and have a look, we'll see that A, these things are out of power, but B, this thing has started mining, which is pretty cool. And again, you'll notice that it hasn't quite started to eject into the chest yet, and that is because, of course, we don't have an ejector upgrade, which we do have now, so I'm going to go ahead and do this. Shift right click on that side, stick the chest down again, just there, throw you in like that, and that should start to dump all of its stuff into that chest. Maybe? Please? You see, again, the GUI glitch here is not the best. But I'm pretty sure that should have worked. If we right click again, I think it goes away. Nope. let me try this again. Okay, now it's set to the south side. Now it's set to any valid side. Okay, let's try any valid side. That could be a lack of power? Possibly? Let's, okay. Last attempt. I think that might just be a lack of power, the reason why it's not outputting. I wouldn't have assumed it required power to output, but it is possible. Let's go ahead and try one more time, filling these generators up real quick, and see if this thing actually works. Let's see, we'll throw you there, we'll throw you there. 1, 2, 3, that's just clicking, left clicking and dragging, by the way, allows you to evenly split them like that. And the reason that I'm evenly splitting them is because it does require all 3 of those to be active in order for it to work. And yeah, it does, there we go. So it's now automatically outputting, and you'll see if we kind of keep our head in here, every so often, it will go ahead and pop in a new ore like that, which got some cinnabar, which is pretty nice. You can see it's going ahead and kind of digging down in a straight line there, which is pretty cool, and finding all of the ores in a 5x5 area, which is pretty freaking nice. So, as always, guys, thanks for watching. If you did enjoy the video, be sure to like, leave a comment down below if you felt like you needed to leave a comment. It does help the video out a lot, and I will see you guys next time.